Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. I will be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about in this episode, so I have to come up with stuff. I was thinking, I kind of sometimes I have ideas that pop in my head for episodes and stuff, but this week I don't really have one, so this is going to be a bit like podcast improv. I should coin that, shouldn't I? Just in case I make money. But yeah, so it's the 16th today, which is when this comes out, and it's 10 days before I go over to Edinburgh for the Fringe. And like people have been asking me, like, are you nervous? I don't know, like, I am and I amn't. It's like, I mean, I amn't in the sense that I'm happy with like the new stuff that are prepared, which like I think I might have mentioned it before. I've never had such a quick turnaround time for material before, because I usually like to. Well, I suppose 2 months, kind of. I think it's what, yeah, about 2 months or so. Let me just check the notebook for gigs. This is how good it's become. I've completed one page of gigs this year so far. Obviously, not a lot. Only 21 of them, but still better than nothing. And yeah, I don't know. Just having a look through here. When did I start? Because yeah, okay. So would have been the 13th of July. Yes. Yeah, 13th of July. And the computer is going crazy. 13th of July. So yeah, like a quick turnaround time for material, which I'm happy with. So hopefully I will continue that trend forward, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to gauge whatever you think something's doing well or not and stuff like that. So and yeah, like it's sometimes it's a bit difficult to gauge whether stuff is going to work or not or whatever, because I've the process I use is laughter. No, because so some of the materials I've been working on before, it was kind of, but also you kind of have, because like I said, I only had like 7 weeks or so, kind of the urgency to kind of get stuff out, and it's a nice drive to kind of get to gigs and stuff. I've been doing different open mics, like I've been saying, like I've started going on to the international on the Mondays and Tuesdays, and doing on Mondays circle sessions and Minty's indie club on Tuesdays. So you know, but jeez. Anyway, like I said, kind of, how shall I say, kind of spitballing idea podcast. So, and then not that's kind of the not nervousness of going to Edinburgh, and the nervousness is obviously, but people find the material funny. I'm kind of trying to, the jokes I want to bring over, I'm trying to not to make it about, because I have local jokes kind of mainly related to Ireland, how it functions and stuff. But obviously, over in Scotland could be completely different, and because it'll be a very international audience from all around the world, it's so like for example, I remember somebody telling me, I'm not crying, I just have fucking hay fever. Um, that trying, like, for example, Melinda always tries to make his comedy universally funny, which means it doesn't matter what audience it is, doesn't matter what part of the world, that people get laugh, and I think that's a great idea. Um, some of the stuff that I have wouldn't be. It'd be kind of very localized references, sort of things. I don't have an awful lot of that stuff, so what I hope to bring down to Edinburgh, um, what was I going to say? Yeah, so it's, that's the kind of worry that, like I said, well, not the worry, but I'm gonna try. Can't even talk. Try not to bring that sort of set to there, but I kind of have a rough idea of what I want to go and bring over at the moment, but it has not been finalized. Probably do it soon, with 10 days to go. Super excited. There's my Borat reference. What else? Oh yeah, got to meet Joe Rooney last week. For those who don't know, Joe Rooney is a comedian, and he's been in a couple of TV series that I watched growing up. One of them would have been Father Ted, where he played Father Damo, and then the other one would have been Kenneth Scully. He had a reoccurring role in that, I think pretty much every episode. And yeah, I mean, like he was, because like I said, it's kind of the same with when we met Pat McDonald, because you always see them in TV acting out a role. It's different when they're performing their own stand up that they've written, and Joe Rooney sings and plays guitar on stage as well. So it's always great to hear that. Had a little chat with him afterwards. Got to take a picture. He's a heavy metal fan, which I did not know because I was wearing one of my vests, and I seen that I had a Machine Head patch on, and we got to talk about metal and stuff. So it's always a nice little surprise. But when I come back from Edinburgh, I have a couple new jokes that are written out that I haven't got the chance to try out yet because I want to concentrate on the material that was bring over to Edinburgh. But when I come back from Scotland, I will be trying that new material out because I have a gig a week after I come back. Actually, let me just check the calendar really quick. Is it a week or whatever? So I am back. Yeah, it's pretty much a week. I'm back on Monday and it's the following Wednesday. So no rest for the wicked, as they say. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, I'll be back in the Haypenny where I started. Heads up, next week's episode will instead of release, well, like I said, the release schedule is not airtight. It's loosey goosey. I find that term loosey goosey very funny. I'd like to compare loosey goosey to those like wacky inflatable tube man. Those things you see outside car dealerships in the US, and it's like basically has a air fan in the bottom, and it's these things that wibble wobble all over the place. But anyway, here's another wibble wobble. Full of them today, so I am. Yeah, so the new material, a week after I come back from Edinburgh, I'm gonna go straight into that. So it'll be a bit of fun. Hopefully it works. I won't have to rewrite too much stuff. And I think that is pretty much about it. Hope you enjoyed watching it or listening to this week's podcast. Like I said, it was very loose. Didn't have any ideas that I wanted to kind of. I also don't want to, like next week's podcast, my comedy and 3-year comedy anniversary is the 22nd, which is 6 days away. And instead of releasing the podcast on the Tuesday, I'm going to put it out on the date of the anniversary, which could be the 22nd. I'm going to talk about me starting comedy, my thoughts and feelings before and after, and stuff like that. So it'll be kind of a little recall episode. There'll be some new stuff that I'll talk about that I've never revealed before, and somebody's okay. This garden work outside. Yeah, I think that's about it. As usual, there is the podcast sticker that you can buy to help support me and the podcast that I bring out every week for everybody. Um, it is €2.50, and if you reach out to me either on social media or emails, I will get the podcast sticker out to you. Okay. Just trying to think at the moment. Is there any other kind of news or anything else I want to talk about? No, I don't think so. But yeah. Anyway, so what you call it? Thing, the important thing. Anniversary podcast or at third year anniversary podcast episode will be out on Monday, and I think that's about it. But anyway, thanks for all the support so far. Thanks for watching. Um, Actually, that podcast will be the last podcast before I go over to Edinburgh, cause it'll be, yeah, I have no idea when the one from after I go back from Edinburgh will be, because like I said, I'm gonna be away all weekend, and then when I come back, I don't know, we'll figure something out. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks for watching, listening, all the support, and catch next episode Monday. We'll talk more comedy, how I started comedy, and the look back. A bit like Reeling in the Years, which is an old TV program where they reviewed the entire year. So it'll be reeling in my 3 years. Please, RTE, don't sue me. And it's their program idea, but yeah, kind of, or I suppose a callback, a time capsule. I don't know. Not really time capsule, but anyway, I'm just rambling now. Yeah, that's the episode. I should see you Monday. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.